Thank you for stopping by. Hi, my name's Kelsey. If you don't know me, I am actually a high-powered executive at, big company, TM. We have trademarked the name Big Company, so don't you try to steal it. Now let me tell you something. As a CEO, I spend a lot of time sitting in this chair, turned around waiting for people to come into my office. To be honest, that is kind of the highlight of my job. The rest of it is, you know, stocks, paperwork. It's not very exciting sometimes, but this chair. This chair makes what I do as a high-powered, incredibly wealthy business exec all worth it. All of the yacht voyages, the private jets. Do you know how hard that can be to deal with for years and years on end? Sorry. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I owe it all to this chair. This beautiful, gorgeous, ergonomic work of art, Ewin Racing gaming chair. And as a high-powered business exec, I want to share the wealth. That's right. Me. Who would have thought? A member of the 1% sharing the wealth, but I am here to tell you, dear viewer, I want to, for you. If you go to the link in the description of this video, you too can find your very own Ewin Racing gaming chair, just like this one. Not this one, though. This one's mine and I'm emotionally attached to it. But you can find one just like it. And if you enter the code Chicago at checkout, you can get 20% off of your order. You're welcome. Just trying to share the wealth. Hey, that was stupid, huh? Seriously, though, this chair is really comfy. Hi! Whoa, look, I'm normal Kelsey again. Not business exec Kelsey. I don't even know what her last name was. I don't think she said. I don't know her. But this Kelsey belongs to the Chicago Reacts family. Welcome to Chicago Reacts. I am an actor and voice actor living in Chicago, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, not a business exec. But yeah, I am here today reacting to Skyblock Potato War 3 Finale by Technoblade. It's all been ramping up. There's been a lot at stake. The number one potato spot in Skyblock. And it has been a race between Squid Kid and Technoblade, a race to the top. They are both business execs in their own right. They full on just have companies now. They've outsourced some of their labor. They're not using hacks, but they are using every single aspect they can of Skyblock's mechanics. And, you know, stalking each other online to try and outsmart each other. And I had a prediction also last video that at the end of this video, part 3, Technoblade's potato farm would be producing 3 million potatoes per day. So I'm excited to see the exciting finale and also hopefully 3 million potatoes per day. Let's go. Oh no, We're starting with a Sun Tzu's quote. What is gonna happen? What?
My name is Technoblade, and I am the fastest Skyblock player alive. To the outside world, I'm an ordinary Minecraft YouTuber, but secretly, I've spent the last year fighting to maintain my spot as the #1 potato farmer.
It's been a year now?
Opposing me is Squid Kid, the former rank #1, a man whose obsession with potatoes is rivaled only by my own. In my last video, I talked about how the newly added rabbit pet could, at its highest level,
that's really
increase
cute.
the amount of potatoes my minions made by 30%, but I knew Squid would watch my video to find out my tactics, so I left out a few of the finer details. You see, the boost from rabbit pets isn't the same as flycatchers or catalysts. You have to be there on the island for the boost to take effect. Once you log off or go to somewhere else in Skyblock, that boost is gone until you come back. But while I was experimenting with the rabbit pet, I uncovered a few interesting facts
It's so
about how
cute.
the boost works. For instance, rabbit pets can boost other people's minions if you're visiting their islands as a guest. But minions can only get boosted by 1 rabbit at a time, so you can't just get 20 accounts with rabbit pets for infinite potatoes. But the third thing I found was the most interesting, and this is what Squid Kid didn't know. If there's multiple rabbit pets on the same island, which one boosts the minions? You'd think it'd be the strongest one, but it's not. If there's multiple rabbits, the minions will be boosted by the one belonging to whoever's been on the island. So,
interesting.
Speaking, if someone went to their island with their level 100 rabbit when someone was already there with a level 1 one, they wouldn't get their rabbit's 30% boost. They'd get the level 1 0.3% boost.
Yeah.
Unrelated fun fact, did you know that Squid Kid's island is still open to visitors? Yeah, that's right. We're doing this again. So I bought
It's happening again.
Account, slapped a level
How
1
many does he
legendary
have
rabbit
at this
pet onto
point?
it and shipped it off to Squid Kid's AFK pool. I knew I had to maintain absolute secrecy. I didn't even tell my goons about this because I knew once Squid got wind of this, it would be trivially easy.
You have
for him
to play your cards
I
close
waited
to your
until the day
chest.
I released the second Potato War video to start. After that video, tourists flocked to Squid Kid's island to see it for themselves.
That's funny.
My alt blended right in. Every day my alt would sit there in Squid Kid's AFK pool to maintain rabbit priority. In fact, it usually had the rabbit pet deactivated.
He's sending in spies, corporate spies.
And since the rabbit was deactivated, if Squid checked his minions during the day, he'd find nothing wrong with them. But every night around 2 a.m., Squid would leave his account AFK and go to bed. And that's when I'd strike, overriding his rabbit
He
pet
knows
boost
this
for
guy's
the rest of the
schedule
night.
now.
And yes, I memorized Squid's sleeping schedule to pull this off. I mean, at this point, how is that even a question? Of course I did. But unfortunately, complications soon arose. Squid and I had both been rushing to get our rabbits to level 100. I had a pretty heavy lead, and I figured it'd take Squid several more weeks to get his there.
Legendary
But unfortunately,
rabbit.
an unknown third party got there first and sold his level 100 legendary rabbit directly to Squid. Of course, he didn't forget to brag about this victory on stream.
Oh my, oh my. You know who doesn't have a level 100 pet? Mike, he has a level 99 rabbit pet. He's poor. It's only level 99. I'm screaming. Ah!
Little did he know that while he was flexing on stream, my alt was right there on his island, overriding his level 100 bonus. But
The
my problems
drama
didn't
of it
stop there.
all.
You see, Squid got an alt account to AFK.
Honestly, Succession who? This has the drama I want.
His rabbit pet on his island while he was doing other things, and since the alt account had no reason to ever leave his island, it became much harder to keep control of pet priority. And sometimes when I had priority, he'd end up kicking everyone from his island because it was too full for his alt account to join, meaning I lost priority for the rest of the day. I was going to counter this by spending $30 to buy his alt MVP++, since that rank can bypass guesting limits, but unfortunately, on March 20th, my alt was kicked and Squid's island was closed forever. The jig was up. But by that point, I'd already achieved my objective. The 2 weeks it took him to realize what was going on cost him about 2 million potatoes. Bit of a tangent, but I'm pretty sure I lost a few fans over the rabbit pet because everyone would just be hanging out. They'd just be chilling on my island with their level 30 rabbits activated. And I'd come see that, and I don't care if it's intentional or not. They're sabotaging my potatoes, so I'd kick them out of my island to get priority back. And then they'd come back 10 seconds later like, "Why did you kick me, Technoblade? I just wanted to meet my favorite YouTuber." And I'd be like, whoa, relax, dude, relax. It's not a big deal. I have a really good reason. I can't tell you.
Can't talk about it.
And I'd go like, "It's okay, Technoblade. I know the reason. It's because you hate me specifically. I'll just go leave forever now." And I'm like, "Wait, come back, no." So Squid closed his island, which meant I couldn't sabotage him anymore. But what if I told you that was also part of my master plan? You ever noticed how my island has been open to visitors during the Potato War?
Yeah, their orderly queue.
I made an AFK machine on my island so planted potatoes would keep growing even when I wasn't online. I was actually using an advanced technique there called lying. This clip of the AFK pool is from November. I didn't even build the manual farm until January. January. You might recall from the first Potato War video that minions behave differently dependent on whether there's people on the island or not. Because if no one's on the island, Hypixel's not going to waste resources keeping that server online, so they're going to close the server. And then when you come back, they're going to go, oh, well, it's been 7 hours. It's going to run a calculation and give you 7 hours worth of stuff. But as we've seen before, that calculation isn't perfect. So I ran an experiment, and in the experiment, I found that when someone's on my island, I get 10% more potatoes. And there was only one thing boosted.
Literally exploiting not only like Skyblock's mechanics, but like its functionality, its basic functionality as a server at this point. I don't know why I'm surprised anymore, but I am.
In my minions by 10%. The farm crystal. The farm crystal is an external buff, so it's not included in the offline calculation. So if there's at least one person on my island and Squid's island is empty, I'd get 10% more potatoes. Now it was easy to get people to AFK on my island. What was difficult was getting people off of Squid's island. You see, even months after the first Potato War video came out, when the initial hype was starting to die down a bit, there would be at least one of my own viewers AFK on Squid's island every night, you know, as a joke. Sometimes I would be on Squid's Island on an alt account and I'd see someone say in the chat, I'm gonna go AFK to help Technoblade win the Potato War, and I'd beg them. I'd be like, no, dude, please, he fixed that months ago. That doesn't hurt him anymore. And they'd be like, I'm helping, and AFK all night. Squid Kid was getting boosted by my own viewers, and there was nothing I could do to stop them, because what was I gonna do? Announce that AFK and help them? Then even more people would AFK. I realized that the only way to stop this from happening would be to get Squid to close his own island to visitors, without him realizing that that's what I wanted all along. It took 4 long...
Okay. This is a new level, though. This is now just, like, psychological warfare at this point.
Months, but it finally happened. But anyways, back to this tweet. So Squid says he closed his island because someone filled his potion system with rookie axes. A common trolling method in Skyblock is to fill people's inventories with useless items, like boats. But the rookie axe is even worse for players like...
That person's skin just had, like, a leaf block as a head. I love that.
Squid Kid, who used the Skyblock add-ons mod, which has a feature which makes it very difficult to drop tools out of your inventory. The point is to stop people from accidentally dropping weapons worth millions of gold, but it also applies to the rookie axe sold in shops for 12 coins. So basically, someone dumping a ton of rookie axes into your hopper system is the worst thing someone can do to you in Skyblock.
Yeah,
now, I've always been interested in psychology. In fact, I almost majored in it. So after 6 months of stalking Squid Kid, I developed a bit of a psychological profile of this man. I know how he talks, I know how he thinks. And when I saw this tweet, I instantly knew that this man was lying. Now, don't get me wrong, I completely believe that somebody dropped rookie axes into his hopper system, because it was me. But that's not the real reason he closed his island. After all, I'd been dropping rookie axes into his hoppers for weeks, but he sent that tweet 8 minutes after he kicked my alt. So I get to thinking, why would Squid lie about that? And I realize Squid knows I monitor his tweets, but what he doesn't know is that that was my alt account. From his perspective, that could have been some random guy with a rabbit, and if that was the case, I'd have no idea rabbits could be used that way. As such, him lying in that tweet could only mean one thing. He's about to sabotage me! So I held a stake out on my island, and guess what I found a few hours later? A brand new Skyblock account AFKing with a level 1 legendary rabbit. Truthfully, I could have stopped Squid before he even joined my island, but I wanted to catch him in the act, because I'm always getting comments saying, oh my god, Technoblade, why are you so mean to Squid? They don't understand. This is
that profile picture with the comment, why are you so mean to Squid?
War, there's no holding back. I know that, and Squid knows that. The only difference is that I'm 20 steps ahead. He's playing Skyblock while I'm playing Death Note. He thinks he can outsmart me with my own strategies because he has yet to realize that he is but a puppet, and I, the puppeteer, dance, Potato Boy, dance! So anyways, I got on my secret alt account and then sent his secret alt account a party invitation. And then I DM'd him on Discord, yo dude, accept my invite. Well, this is awkward. He actually did accept my invite. We had a lovely conversation. And then I banned him from my island. Get out of here. He tried again with another account a few days later. I don't have any proof that this account is him, but look at that username, Stinky Bozo. That's a pretty unusual word. In fact, I've only heard one person say it.
Bozo. You are a bozo. Bozo. Nice one, Bozo. You're a frickin' bozo.
Yeah, that's right. Get out of here.
I did
eventually close my island, but not before I made sure let me lose potatoes. After that, I moved on to the next phase of my master plan. If I wanted to farm more potatoes, I'd have to start farming pumpkins. But wait a minute, Technoblade. That's the wrong vegetable. Wait, What do you mean it's a fruit? Whatever. At this point, we'd pretty much
It's got
maxed
seeds.
out the output of our minions. The only thing left to work on was the speed we could farm potatoes by hand. The farming skill gives more crops as you level up, so I decided to grind it to the highest level. I did the math and found that farming potatoes is so incredibly inefficient at leveling up farming that it was actually more worthwhile to
Farm
build a whole
something else?
pumpkin farm. I began the construction of a pumpkin farm large enough that by the time I finished farming it in full, the pumpkins at the beginning would have already regrown.
Yeah,
I don't
no
even want
kidding.
to tell you how long it took to build this. And so I
That's
began farming day
ridiculous.
after day. At times I'd farm for
I wonder if Squid's watching him build this and being like, I wonder if there was the added bonus of Squid being like thrown off the scent. Like, what are you, is he done? But I guess they're too in it. They're too like mind gamey with each other now. So he would just probably think it was just another scheme, which it totally is.
so long without break that the people watching thought I was bodding. Word of my pumpkin farming soon reached Squid, who began farming pumpkins himself, but he only saw the surface level of what I was doing. You see, I wasn't just leveling up my farming skill, I was also leveling up multiple legendary rabbits. There's a reason I wanted to stop people from AFKing on Squid's Island, even after he started AFKing himself, and it's because it's almost impossible for one man to AFK every hour of the day, because servers restart, the game can update, your internet can go out, and if you're asleep or doing something else, you'll be missing out on those bonuses until you get back. Even the most dedicated individual might only average 20 hours of AFK coverage per day, and those 4 hours alone without the rabbit pet and farming crystal cost you 100,000 potatoes, and over time, that adds up. To fix this flaw, I got multiple level 100 rabbits, some leveled myself, and others purchased for tens of millions of coins, and then distributed them to goons in diverse time zones. I set my island so only guild members could visit, and had my head goon code a Discord bot that automatically pinged them within 5 seconds of the rabbit account leaving my island, at which point one of them could log into the island themselves and boost my minions.
They're taking
until I got back. After a few weeks, we both reached farming level 50. On May 4th, there was a pet update which added, among other things, the elephant pet, which at its highest level could increase crop yield by 25%. Ordinarily, a buff to manual farming would be bad for me, since it allows Squid to catch up that much more quickly. But I had a plan. The reason farming potatoes by hand is so inefficient is because when you break potatoes, they don't grow back. So 2/3 of the time you spend on farming is spent replanting the potatoes you just harvested. Squid Kid and his viewers spent many hours trying to find a workaround to this, even building an elaborate redstone machine in an attempt to somewhat automate replanting. But in the end, they failed to find a better method and continued farming normally.
I should be able to plant 5 at the same time. Why is it so slow? It takes forever.
What if I told you I found a way? You see, back in January, I had an idea. What if I had the minions plant for me? At the time, this wasn't practical for 2 reasons. One, I didn't have enough farming bonuses for it to be worth sacrificing the minions' normal output, but this was solved when I got farming level 50. Secondly, potato minions were simply too slow. But since then they've buffed flycatchers, added the rabbit pet, and added foul flesh, a new fuel source which buffs minion speed by 90%. Even then the potato minions weren't quite fast enough to keep up. But I thought to myself, if they're only going to be planting, they don't need to waste an upgrade slot on a super compactor. So I spent another 250 million coins to get 48 total flycatchers. Squid and I both started farming potatoes, but his method could get at most 200,000 potatoes per hour, whereas my method with double flycatchers, even after subtracting the amount the minions would have made themselves, could get 410,000 potatoes per hour. For the next 3 weeks, Squid
per hour. I know I said something like this in the last video, but remember when it was 200,000 a day and they were both considering that a lot?
Farmed hours every day.
They're changing the potato landscape in Minecraft.
5 bits? I bet Techno's doing the same thing, just has a 130% faster way to do it. You're probably wrong.
In this time, I expanded my lead by another 5 million potatoes, but at this point, Squid and I had been farming potatoes for almost a year, and we were still farming hours every day, with no end in sight. Neither of us wanted this to continue, so we came to an agreement. Whoever got to 500 million potatoes first would win the potato
You can't
war.
just keep doing
even
this.
Pitched in saying he'd give a surprise to the winner. Now I was only at 300 million potatoes at this point, but I figured I had this in the bag. I mean, I'd been tracking Squid's potato count. The
stakes just keep getting higher.
AFK coverage by having the Discord bot track his alt account's logins, and I knew how much he was farming by hand because I was monitoring his farming experience. With a 45 million potato lead and a farming method twice as fast as his own, what could possibly go wrong?
Something.
June 6th, things go very wrong. It was just a small update with a few quality of life changes, you know, like an enchantment which replants crops after you farm them, and an item which automatically compacts items in your inventory so you don't have to spend time on that. You know, 2 minor changes which just so happen to buff Squid's farming method from 200,000 potatoes to 1.2 million.
No
and
big
my farming
deal.
method becomes worthless. Suddenly, my 45 million potato lead
no.
goes from insurmountable to, yeah, Squid can farm that in a couple days. Squid starts putting in crazy hours.
If I do 12 hours a day, can he keep up?
A day?
Absolutely not. People say Technoblade never dies, but I'm putting him in the grave.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here in shambles. I was out here with my lab coat on, doing the science, coming up with new, never before seen potato farming techniques, and this man just goes, admins, please, replanting is too hard.
Is this how scribes felt when the printing press was invented?
And they buff his farming method 6-fold. Was that it? 8 months of plotting and scheming just to fail in the final stretch? No,
Can't be.
I couldn't accept that. I was going to win this war, whatever the cost. I immediately drank 3 months of mystical mushroom soup and got to work expanding my old potato farm, a project which would take 25 hours over the next couple days. I knew I was playing the game as intended when I realized that the only reason I ever put on one of the strongest armor sets in the game was to use its 3% speed bonus to optimize tillin' dirt. For the next 2 weeks, I did nothing except eat, sleep, and farm potatoes. There were only 3 interruptions, each of which cost me millions of potatoes. The first was a dentist appointment, and the second was when I had to play in Minecraft Championships.
What do I message him? Was it worth your time losing MCC?
Oh no.
It took me 2 hours to lose MCC, but it'll cost you 9 months to lose potatoes. Hey, relax! Relax, hello?
Besides that, there was only one other time. I had to go to the store the other day. I had to interrupt my potato farming because my dad was like, hey, can you go to the store and pick up my medicine? And I was like, can I really tell him that I'm not getting his medicine because I need to farm potatoes? Can I really? Look, I'm an atheist,
You cannot.
But when God sends me to hell, I want him to hesitate, okay? I want him to hesitate for a few seconds. But Squid was also farming several hours a day, and he had even found a way to maximize his AFK coverage. He started sleeping with his headphones on and had his goons wake him up via Discord call whenever his alt left his island.
This is too intense.
As someone with a Discord bot tracking his online activity, I can tell you right now that that man is telling the truth. He was waking up multiple times per night. I don't know why he didn't just use backups like me. He actually revealed to me later on that one of my original goons betrayed me and gave him one of our internal documents. And the list of backup pet users is literally right there at the top of the first page. I have no idea how he missed it. But anyways, Squid logged off an hour and a half ago. He should be entering REM sleep just about.
Literally just looking up breakdowns of REM sleep cycles just to be the best potatoer in all of Skyblock.
Out now. It would be a real shame if someone woke him. I didn't actually wake him up because I wasn't sure if intentional sleep deprivation was legally considered torture or not, so I decided to shelve that strategy for the time being. And after sacrificing 2 weeks of my life, I finally reached 500 million potatoes.
Whew.
We win these! Squid was shocked.
He's at 499. No, he's not. Dude, that's actually, like, it's not possible. No. It's not. This can't be real.
Squid had been certain that he was right on my tail.
I don't know how far behind I am. 100% less than 30 million.
And yet when I won the war, I had a lead of over 88 million potatoes. How did I do it? It's just as Sun Tzu says, all war is deception. You see, I knew after the second potato war video that things were going to get more difficult from here on out. Because at this point, Squid had a full organization backing him. He had goons, a cabal of billionaires funding his every move, hundreds of stream viewers making constant suggestions on how to farm potatoes more quickly and reporting on my every move. So in that video I prepared my final trick. I hid my true potato count. The number shown in my video wasn't edited, but it didn't include the millions of potatoes left uncollected in my minions. I also say that my minions now produce 1.58 million potatoes, but they're actually producing 1.75 million because the rat
Okay, we didn't get to 3 million, but that is still an insane number.
Rabbit pet doesn't actually boost your minions by 30%. It boosts them by 43%. Why? I don't know, it's probably bugged. And Squid couldn't realize the real number when he got a level 100 rabbit of his own because he was being sabotaged. But the biggest reason my lead expanded by that much was because over those 2 weeks, while Squid averaged 8 hours of farming per day, I averaged 11.
I just can't believe how much he's farming.
The admins were legit saying that Techno is just like so focused, it baffled them. how like just insane.
11 hours of Minecraft farming a day. All for the
Technoblade dude
potatoes.
is, focused on another level.
Towards the very end, Squid
Yeah,
had
no
one of his
kidding.
goons write a program to chart how much I was farming by tracking how much experience my elephant pet had. But by then, it was too late. Once I won the war, there was nothing left to do except celebrate my victory with grace and humility.
Oh my gosh! He's doing a little emote on me. Oh my, not like this. Come on.
Not like this.
Watch me dance, Squid Kid, you lose! You lose the war! After the war, the admins added a temporary NPC.
I mean, after working 77 hours a week just doing that, I think it's... Listen, do little victory dances all you want. That's a lot of work.
The Skyblock hub, the Potato King. It gave out a new talisman which boosted potato minions by 5%.
Oh my
a basket for the
gosh!
top 1,000 potato farmers, and to me, the Potato Crown, engraved upon it
And
the
the Sun
words,
Tzu,
all men can see the
yeah.
tactics whereby I conquer. But what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved.
Deep.
Sun Tzu. The Art of War. That NPC is gone now. I took too long to edit this video. I gained a lot from the Potato War. Patience, discipline, carpal tunnel. I guess my
No
main regret is that I
kidding.
bribed Squid's Discord admin to give my alt permission to see into his secret text channels, and then he never used them all year. With the war over, Squid took down his potato minions, and my fields have gone unfarmed. While we were enemies, I still respect Squid Kid. I understand now that it is only with a worthy rival that one can reach their fullest potential. While he may have lost the war, he's gone from 70 subscribers to having tens of thousands of fans, so it
Good
can't
for
be said that he's lost
him.
completely. For
No.
my part, I've realized now that rank number 1 isn't an achievement, it's a prison, which forces you to dedicate your life to defending a temporary title. But now, with the war finally over, I'm free.
You can rest now. Oh my gosh, that is so involved. 11 hours a day for, I think you said 2 weeks? Correct me if I'm wrong. I cannot believe it. But hey, the Potato War is won. And honestly, this is one of those things that I watch and I'm just like, I would not do that myself. But like, the amount of effort put into it is like, you cannot sneeze at that. Like, that's dedication, even if it is simply a matter of pride and potatoes and Minecraft. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you liked this video and the others in the Potato War series, be sure to like it, and you can subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and I'll see you next time.
And it's a wrap.
Woo!